Alrighty, hello. It has been way too long. But I'm alive, thanks for asking. And if you didn't ask, good for you. I've been way too busy with things and needed a little break because that's just what you do. I know you didn't. Pickle's been really brewing up a storm here in my absence, so I thank you again for helping me. But today, I decided to share a little bit more of my nerdy side, and I'm going to maybe create a character for you guys in chat, specifically for D&D, aka Dungeons and Dragons, which, if you don't know, is a great game, but has some issues. Mainly the fact that I cannot fucking find anybody to play with, which is so sad. I hate it. And I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole has gone, because right now, at the moment, hi. Oh, there I am. I don't know where to look at. Anyways, I have bought the highest level of subscription for D&D Beyond because I am a lazy motherfucker and I do not want to write. So now I can have an unlimited amount of characters, and I've created up to 42, which, if you don't know, is a fuck ton of characters I will probably never play. But I can be delusional, right? I mean, I know some people who are. Let's not get into that. And out of the 42 characters I have created so far, I've probably only played 4. 4 out of 42. So I can't say my track record for playing is very good. But oh yes, most of my experience has been what? Yeah. Most of my experience has been, I don't know if you can see this on the background. Maybe I should change this to dark light mode. But most of my experience has been, I mean, if you want to talk about collections, it's crazy. But I've only played about 4, I believe 4 characters. Yeah. Out of my, and I've only started playing this, I mean, around when shit hit the fan, like a year or two ago. A year or two ago. What the hell am I doing? I don't know what time is. Time is a weird soup. Isn't that right, Ashley Johnson? But most of my time has been running games instead of actually playing in them, which is kind of sad. But someone's got to do it, right? So yeah, I've created various amounts of characters, and I will apologize in advance that these are not all original character portraits because I don't have that kind of money or skill to do it myself. So if you recognize some people, I'm sorry. I may credit you if I decide to use you in public, games and stuff, but I probably won't. In any hoodle, I have decided to go ahead and break into this by creating a character for us and maybe going through the process of what it's like to basically play the most lo-fi version, the low-tech version of a video game you could possibly think of. So, I mean, since Pickle is here, Pickle's probably going to be manning this for some time, and it's also late where I am right now, but I work graveyards, so this is the time you're going to get, folks. Don't think I'm going to be awake during the daytime. Anyways, I would suggest using D&D Beyond because it's very clear and concise on how to create characters too, and I wish I was sponsored because I could use the cash. But we're going to go ahead and just start off by creating a new character. And here there is a few ways to do this. I am going to show the help text here so that you guys can read it through if you want to. And Pickle has been asking me to take some inspiration from some of her most recently hyperfixated games. And let's not talk about hyperfixation because I am deep into that loony bin. All I can say is that people are hot, and not all people are flesh and blood. Some of them are pixels, and they're really attractive pixels. That's all I can really say. I know, right? Digital footprint. And I wear a size 10.5, so wide. Don't forget, folks. Anyways, I think we're going to go ahead and just walk you through it. Why not? So we will go ahead here and just start from scratch. Jesus, I forget there's a wall of text. I probably should have just turned it off. But anyways. Evening mucus. Ew. The first step in creating a character is basically the idea is that you're going to be role-playing this character, and if you aren't familiar with roleplay, it's not the type you do in bed, although it could be if you play a bard. I'm just saying. But the idea behind the game is that instead of, taking a controller and playing the, video game character that you would do, you're going to be the one to do it. You are basically going to embody this person, this character, and a lot of the times in D&D sessions, you're expected to stay in character, which is why can be exhausting both in and out of, or for both the host, the dungeon master, or the players themselves. And usually you need a break, and this is why people ask you to bring snacks. And if you don't bring snacks, you will be shunned from any D&D community if you play live, because that is very important. And Jeff forgot to bring nacho chips. You know who you are, and your name is not Jeff. What was I saying? I just want nachos. Anyways, if I meet you, Jeff, and you don't bring nachos, I'm so sorry. Now I just have an expectation on all Jeffs that they have nachos. The nacho bug grande, please. I wish. I don't know him like that. I don't know anybody like that. I wish I knew Jeff. I haven't seen him. But before you dive into the character builder, like it says here, just think about what kind of character you want to play. A lot of the times it's not the same as like other RPGs now where you have like a set character. You just build them however the hell you want. This is very like Sims, like fantasy Sims, if I have to say it myself. And I haven't played it, but tomorrow I will be playing Sims because I do want to play Sims. And I bought it. Well, I didn't buy it. I got it for free. And I know Pickle did too, and I haven't played it yet because I haven't. And I really want to kill a baby or something. I don't know what they do. I don't know what you do on Sims. I just don't know that you just make them fuck until they die. So if that works, good for me. What was I saying? I'm on coffee. Anyways. And, you know what? Better I just show you. So, usually here, this is just, it's fine. It's fine. You didn't like it. What do you mean you didn't like it? Gag. What do you mean you didn't like it? I feel like that's something fun. I've played it before. You know what? No. The only game I played was Sims. Oh, RPGs. Oh, that's fine. I get it. What do you mean? You play RPGs. Pokemon is an RPG. Let's start there, alright? What are you talking about? Oh, how far are you on your, what's it called? Have you started your Scarlet Run? You probably have. Well, other RPGs you played before. The Last of Us is an RPG. Right? Right? You're playing as Ellie. You're playing... Oh, right. Other RPGs. Fantasy RPGs and things like that. Yeah. I don't know who I'm talking to at this point. I don't know where I am. Can you see the hills? But here, the first thing you'd usually see if you're using D&D Beyond to build your character is just all of the basically the layout of your character sheet. This is, in a video game, you'd see where all your stats are. You're basically going to make a stat profile for yourself. Depending on whatever you buy, you'd have like certain, basically DLC packs, which are source books and other material books. And I didn't realize that D&D is actually a very book-heavy game. And you're supposed to read as much as you can to play a game and like learn how to do it in live play, but I'm lazy. So I just buy them to put on my shelf, and that's kind of it. They just look pretty to me. But usually from here you can choose what kind of basically DLC you want to add in order to your character creation. Add things like Critical Role content, which I do because I love Critical Role. I have not caught up on the recent episodes yet. All I know is that shit hits the fan, and that's like 90% of every D&D game, is that something goes wrong, and it's great. Homebrew content is for player-created content. We won't go into the controversy there because I've seen too much of it. Stop. Other content and things like that you can choose how detailed you want to create your settings, or how much editing and like manipulation you can do to create your character stats and things like that. And usually with advancement types, advancement is basically how your character levels up. Most people usually prefer milestone because I hate doing math. Or you can do XP, you can do experience points too. And I haven't tried it yet because that means I'm going to be slaying like 1,000 goblins, and I don't want to be part of that anime. So not here for being a goblin slayer. So I usually do milestone, and that's very like story driven. You need to hit certain plot points to actually get your level ups, which is fine. Hit points, I usually do fixed. You usually use dice to determine how many hit points you get, and a lot of the times if you're feeling risky and you want to roll the dice and see if you get like a high number of HP, you absolutely can. I hate my dice because they will fuck me over. I've gotten like 1 point or 2 points of health like bonus every like level. It's insane. I was weak as hell. Other little settings here as well to show you. Oh yeah, absolutely. If you go, there's usually a good bit of chance when it comes to using dice in this game, which is always very fun. And these are some of the other just like preference settings you can use. That includes things like if you get in, like if you need to require prerequisites, like if you need to reach certain stats or learn certain things to get special traits and features. You can choose how your spells are shown. I would not, and luckily you know what you want to do, Pickle, because I would recommend not, if you ever do want to play, and maybe I'll do a little live thing for you. If you ever start out playing D&D, I would not recommend any class that uses magic, except for a very specific few, because magic gets complicated, and until you know it, I would not recommend it. So stick to stabbies. Maybe. I have not played in months, so we'll see how that goes. And you can ignore coin weight, because if you want to be hardcore, you could include coin weight or just keep track of weight. It's called encumbrance. Most people don't, because I hate gear management. I am not playing in a survival game, but if you want to, play Rust, sure, do it. I just won't be there at that table. So you can sort of choose all these different little settings for that. But next up is the race. Now, I know Pickle has already had a race in mind, and she has not told me what it is yet. But the idea behind races is that not only are they a flavor, for your character and things like that, and usually a lot of, not usually, I believe all races here that are available have a bit of a, they have their lore, their culture, things like that. And you don't have to stick very close to them. You can adapt literally anything you want on this stat sheet or anything about your character. You can see here. So, like it says, your character race also gives you little bonuses. So, depending on the race you choose to play, you'll get little like stat perks for each thing you get, or for certain stats, or you get certain abilities that you can use. So all these things you can choose here. So ability scores, like I mentioned, these are sort of your stat points that you can choose, or that you'll get from your race. Age, a lot of these other things are sort of things you can just choose however you like. Size, if you want to be however tall you want. Speed, usually dependent on your size, what languages you know, things like that. All those are sort of, I feel like they're a lot more flavor than there are, like actual stat things you have to worry about. So don't worry about that as much. You can play an old hoagie and like need dentures, before you're level 1, or you could just be a newborn. I don't know. I've not done that yet, but so these are all the races that I have available. I have not purchased everything. It's true. If you haven't watched Critical Role, this is their third campaign. This is basically their third season that they're playing right now of Critical Role, and Mr. Travis Willingham, aka the voice actor of, I believe, Two-Face on the Batman animated series, Pickle, you know who I'm talking about. He's been playing old people, and it's hilarious to see him just play just an older, just a grandpa, just exploring and adventuring besides all these young fucks. It's funny. But here we have all of our races here, and yeah, absolutely. I mean, could you imagine eating grape nuts like for breakfast as an adventurer? I mean, waking up at 5 a.m. naturally. I mean, our parents do that too, so I can't say anything about that. But these, if you can see them, are all of my available races that I've purchased from all the different source books that I've bought. I'm just throwing as much lingo as possible for people to understand. I think in metaphors, and I don't have a metaphor for that, so I'm sorry. The Rolodex. There you go. I have not done this in so long. I have not streamed in so long, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, would you like me to break down some of these characters, some of these racial ideas for you? You have some of your classic fantasy things. You could be, I think in the original, not the original, but like in some of the starter packs, you have, your basic characters. You've got things like dwarves available, you can see here. You've got things like elves. You have little gnomes and humans. You can play, depending on whatever thing you buy, you'll get all these different things here. Like this one, Aarakocra is a bird person. Just bird man. And it sort of gives you a quick little blurb about like what kind of traits and things they give you. But usually when you open these up, it'll show you what type of perks you get and some of the details about what the race is like, or just general knowledge about the race itself. So bird people here, you see our ability score. These are our stat points. So we get 2 extra stat points in dexterity and 1 extra point in wisdom. Ooh. Usually, all races will have stat bonuses with 2 points in one score and 1 point in another score. Or you can customize it however you like if you choose the customize option. Usually shows you age, so you sort of know what the age range is for your what the age range is for your character. Alignment. Now this is a very outdated system of thinking, but alignment is sort of like a morality chart. You've probably seen it. The things with like chaotic good, chaotic evil, lawful good, and it's applied to things like how people close their bread. And I'm very chaotic neutral about closing bread. But this is sort of like your moral code, what you think your character believes in, things like that. And nowadays, it doesn't matter as much. You can really play as much as you want. But if you play chaotic stupid, no. No. You don't do that. Size, they give you a general sort of physical description. Your speed, how fast you can walk, is also determined by the race itself. And if you have special things like flight, you have flight. As a bird person, you can just fly around battlefields if you need to fight or go somewhere. As a bird person, you also get talons. So instead of punching people, you can just scratch the fuck out of them. Cats do that all the time, and I hate that. So it sort of explains how you'd use it and things like that. And whatever languages you already know before starting the game. So that's bird person. There's plenty more. I'm going to be quick about it. And if you want to know more about the races, I would suggest Joe Crapp's Guide to Races, because he does it very, very well and very, very fast, and it's actually quite amusing because I love animation and things like that. It's very cute. I can't rap for my life. There's ASMR or ASMR. These are basically going to be like angel people. Very like angel light. They get wings, they get sort of these magical abilities. Literally, Joe Crap is so good. And Joe Cat is great too. ASMR bird people. Bugbears are sort of like they're the cousins. It's hard to explain. There's a little picture there, but bugbears are sort of how do I explain this? Only Pickle will know who I'm talking about. Very much like the Craig of the races. You know who I'm talking about. Craig. Their bugbears are sort of related to little goblins and orcs. Not orcs, but goblins. And you see they have the sort of pointed ears, and they're much more like... How do I explain them? I think they're like the closest thing we have to like a fantasy yeti. Basically. So bugbears can be pretty strong. They've got all these different features that help them with that. Centaurs. If you just want to be a centaur, you can be a centaur. Horse. And that's great because they do a lot of things. They're really fast, really speedy. Changelings, if you want to be the Ditto. If you just want to be Ditto, you can be Ditto. This is basically the Ditto of all D&D. You can change your form to look like anything you like, anything you want. Dragonborn, aka Scalies. If you're not part of the furries or the Scalies community, people may think you are, so caveat emptor. Although you technically didn't buy it, so I did. I mean, most people assume so. Let's just start there. So you have Dragonborn. So basically you are the sort of half, sort of dragon-like humanoid figure. And you get dragon powers. You get some dragon powers with that too. So that comes with some perks there. Dwarves, your classic dwarves. You have sort of several different flavors of dwarves here. Elves, you have 13 variations of elves. I don't know why. There are so many elves, and I don't like the idea of that. I don't know why. I hate choices. Furbolgs, these are cow people. Not minotaurs, just cow people. And they're really cute. Well, they can be. They've got some interesting powers, though. It's just cow people. I hate that it resets, so that I have to go back up and show you everything. Genasi, these are going to be the, like, yeah. Hi, Nox. Why are you up? What time is it? Oh my god, it's people. Hi, baby, how are you? I'm just being really nerdy on stream, and I don't have backtracking music, which I think I probably should have. 3 p.m.? Where the f do you live? And can I live there with you? What the fuck? It's like, it's almost midnight by now where I live, so you figure that out. I'm not good at math. I didn't think you'd be here. Hi, how are you? Wow, okay. No, it's fine. Gaslight me. I see how it is. But we are being nerdy as hell today because Pickle has suggested that well, what am I saying we? I decided to be a nerd and show off some of my D&D knowledge, because I like D&D. I like role-playing. And also, it's a lot cheaper than therapy, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. This D&D, much cheaper than therapy, unless you consider all of the costs of snacks. Then that you might have to find a tax exemption for. But I'm just showing what it's like to create a character and maybe even play it. You used to roleplay? Can you roleplay being my dad? That went dark. I don't know what I was going with that. Scratch that. You never took me out to VTuber prom. Let's start there. I'm mad at you. No, I'm kidding. I love you. I love you. Please love me back. We love you long time. I'm on my cycle. Anyways. I'm just going through some of the options that we have here. So Genasi people are, if you want to be Avatar, but also you know, genie bastards. That's great, because basically genies, the idea behind Genasi is that, you know, these certain genies have elemental powers, and the genies were like Zeus and were like, could not keep it in their pants, and made some babies. I love you too. I haven't seen you in so long. Are you still wearing the maid dress? Please wear the maid dress. I'll wear one with you. I actually want a maid dress. I'll figure that out. Maybe I'll make that a subathon thing, but I don't have time for that. So Genasi is that. Hey, you know that thing sold like hotcakes. Don't I peeked. I've seen the activities. All right. Just saying. Gnomes, if you want to be, you know, short, that's great. I have nothing else to say about gnomes except that my first character was a gnome. Sus T. What happened? What happened? What did you do? Nox, did we do something naughty? Hold on, I have to put on my shocked face. 1 second. Pause. What? Hold on, where is it? F7. There we go. You're telling me it was a what happened? No! Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh no. That's actually really sad. Oh, that happened to me a few times too. Twitter is very like particular about that. Like I've like just followed Yeah, no, they do that. Oh my god. L plus ratio. But you can't even ratio. It's stupid. It's stupid. I remember following, like, I just, like, had to make several accounts. I can't even get back into them anymore. I didn't try. But, like, I made Twitter accounts. I just followed people. And I guess Twitter loves, seriously, though. But not really, because he not that good looking. But, like, I just followed people, and I guess Twitter is very, like, umbrella, very like blanket, very general, very liberal with their ban policies, because they just ban whoever. Like if the how to say this, I don't like the idea like they will ban you if you're a follower of the account that actually made the the offense, which I'm like, okay, yeah, I was there, I witnessed the bank robbery. Was I in the getaway car? Yeah, but I wasn't drawing. Yeah, bye. I get it. I get it. Oh, now that I have you, Nox, I've been thinking, should I just go full Seizo artist? Seizo VTuber? I think about it, but I think I need more abs if I'm gonna do that, but I get it. Yeah, that's usually how it happens, which is kind of dumb. I'm so sorry about that, Nox. Where can we find you? Primarily, where can I find you now that you're suspended? I haven't seen you in so long. I gotta remember to check my notifications too. I'm sorry. I need to know what happened. Where can I find you? Give me your new handle. Oh, you know what I'll tell you? Pickle, take it away. Tell him what to do. Nox, you're in good hands. My social media manager, Pickle, will take care of you. Go ahead. Make the connection. Come on, Pickle, it's your time to shine. Don't have performance anxiety on my stream. Come on. You know this. Because I don't know this. I barely check my own. Oh. Well, you heard it here, folks. Unless we had a backup account, which I don't know. Contacting them does nothing. They don't care. They don't care. It's really sad. Yeah, no, they don't. It's. I mean, everybody. Didn't we have people are going on Linktrees? They're like using other platforms. I don't know if they're gonna be that successful though. I haven't I barely use Twitter nowadays too, just because I don't know if fault anybody. I'm gonna probably get blocked too. And also, I just don't use Twitter. I'm not a Twitter person, but I have it because why not? I mean, you could plug it on a Twitch stream. You could plug it on a stream. I could help you there too. Yeah, see, like not everyone uses, Insta for VTubing is a little interesting because I don't think that's something anybody uses like the same way. Oh my god, Nox, do Instagram Live. That's it. That's your new market. Come on, think about this. Nox on Instagram Live with a maid outfit. Come on. Come on. Instagram Live with the maid outfit. You know you could do it. I'm sure we can swing it. Pickle, put it on the board. Yes, do it. Don't cry about it. People would pay for that. Aw. Well, that Shark Tank idea went down the drain. I mean, I would, but I'd have to recommission for a new one. That is true. Look at you with your business brain going on. Instagram is really hard, especially if you're not like posting a lot of content. Like, how do I say this? Like, if you're not posting the kind of content Instagram wants, which is like shorts and photos and stuff, it kind of doesn't really reach, which is sad because I use Instagram so often. Yes, that's what you should do. Everyone loves a maid outfit on TikTok. I tried to make new TikToks and editing for myself is kind of hard, but we'll see how that goes. I would do, yeah, I would definitely do the maid outfit on TikTok. Really? Old fashioned? I'm not sure about that. Maybe they are. I'll let you figure that out. But anyways, yeah. Oh, you know what? No. Harnesses. That's what people are into. I would do it. Are we talking like a free style swimsuit? Are we gonna get Buff Nox? Are we gonna get Himbo Nox? Well, we already have him, so you know. Yes, it's belts and buckles. The kink community have spoken. They are the kink communities have spoken, and they are resurging. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying. I mean, I am. I don't want to go here, but I am also wearing the aptly named slut compression shirt right now, and I'm not proud of it. But I am an attention whore, so you pick and choose your battles. Just saying. I think Nox would take off if you were wearing my shirt. You might rip it though. But anyways, back to wholesome D&D content that may not be wholesome. What? I can't zip it up. I don't have a zipper. Why did I do that to myself? Okay. Anyways, we have goblins if you just want to be an absolute dirt munchkin and just be a goblin. I haven't played a goblin yet, but I feel like I should. Goliath if you just want to be if you want to be a Goliath character, it's very God of War. You just want to be Kratos, and that's okay. No, go ahead. Goblin D's what? Go ahead, Nox. I dare you. Go ahead. Do it! Do it! No, that would Damn. My day is ruined and my disappointment is immeasurable. You have half people because people be fucking monsters. You could be a half elf. You could be a half orc. You could be a regular orc. There's halflings. I like halflings because they're basically. Well, we all know halflings. Halflings are basically hobbits. I believe they actually just are hobbits. Oh, thanks, Stream Elements. I forgot that you are automated. Oops. I have not streamed in so long. Oh. There absolutely could. You can build one. Just build a helicopter. Build an Apache helicopter. And just go to town. And then if you want to be a basic bitch, you can be a human. And then 7 variations of non-basic humans. But humans, yeah, most adaptable. You could be Bob. You could be Blue. You could be Violet Sky. Okay, I'm done with that song. I haven't heard that in so long. I don't know where I am. I need help. Anyways. Kalashtar if you want to be a psychic bitch. If you want to be Long Island medium Teresa. You can definitely choose a Kalashtar. They're pretty cool. There are Kenkus if you want to be a bird person. Another bird person. Except this one just knows how to mimic people's voices. So they're usually ravens. Kobold if you want to be a mini... Kobolds are funny. Kobolds are basically mini dragon goblins. They're kind of... I mean... They're interesting. I would pick on them a lot. Especially in gameplay. Because they're usually just dumb. Not that all kobolds are dumb. Don't cancel me. Leonin if you want to be a... Well, if you want to be Simba. There's lizard folk. Lizard folk here are scalies. Let me see what else we have here. I hate that it resets. Loxodon, if you want to be Dumbo. I like Loxodon. They're really cool. They have a trunk. Just think of all the things you could do with third hand. I'm thinking about them right now, and a lot of them involve nuts. Anyways, Minotaurs. We have Minotaurs if you want to be a good cowboy. We have orcs. There's satyrs. You could be a cat. You could just be a straight up cat. The auto mod, I know. You can be a sea elf. You can be a triton. And you can just be a machine if you want to be a warforged down here, or you can be a snake person. Suspended on your stream. Shut up. You won't be. Stop it. I'll protect you. Mwah. You'd probably get more You'd probably get suspended better. I mean, everyone is getting banned. Mwah. Okay. But I mean, I'm playing Sims tomorrow, same time, 4 p.m. for wherever the hell you are. So I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'll make an oxen there in Sims, and we'll do stuff together, like Goblin D's. Anyways, and then ASMR stream, so you can hear me whisper to you like I usually do when I whisper to myself and I need friends. Same. And then you can just be a turtle. You can be a turtle. You can be a demon person. Forgot about those two. Hold on. So note the ones you liked. So pickle. What are we choosing? Pickle is the first one on stream, so I'm just going with whatever she's suggesting for this. So we want to be bird person, angel, or a lizard. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So why don't we take a look at those here? So Aarakocra, if you're a bird person. Again, you are a little bit more speedy. You get more dexterity points. You're a little bit more wiser. You get an extra bonus point to your smarts. Let me see here. And you get 50 feet of flying speed. This is really good because I am like you. I'm glad. Should we do an outfit swap now that I think about it? Nox, we should do an outfit swap. And you're just like, why are you wearing a compression shirt? And you're like, check out this guy's stream. I'll give it to you. If you want the files, I'll give it to you. Just show up as my avatar one day. I mean, you could, but that's also identity theft, so whatever you want. I mean, I can just send you the files if you want them. Would you like the file of me with my jacket off too? I know you do. You slut. Kidding. Or not. Whatever you want. And you have talons too. I love how I'm just going back and forth and I don't know what I'm doing. Identity theft is not a joke. You want the jacket off? You sure about that, big boy? Can you handle it? Are we in after hours yet? Oh, it's not before midnight. Hold on. We gotta wait till midnight and then we can do the burlesque show. I forget that I have emotes. And the artist liked my design so much that she gave me 5 extra emotes. I did actually request this one though. Just saying. Oh, why did I screenshot myself? I'm an idiot. I did request this one specifically, so you know. It's true though. She's great. I was thinking I can get another. So about getting more outfits for myself, because I just think why not? You got outfits for yourself. You were intruding? No, it's fine. We haven't reached it yet. We're not there yet. That's so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Anyways, what am I looking at here? So angel person. So angel person, we have a few flavors of angel. We have edgy angel. I don't know where. We have edgy angel if you want to be edgy. Your personality increases by 2. I don't know how. What do you mean, what am I thinking? Not thinking anything. they can live up to quite some time. So we have Edgy Angel. You get touched by dark powers. You love Hot Topic. There's the Protector Angel. This is your classic good angel. And the Scourge Angel is sort of the... God, this one looks like the most... I'm just reading this now. Scourge, Aasimar are imbued with the desire to destroy evil. So these are just Karens. So you can choose to be a Karen Angel. Edgy. You want edgy? Okay, we can do edgy. Let's do a Fallen Aasimar. I know a lot of these things won't make sense to you. Edgelord. Oh my god. What do you mean? Where? What are you talking about? Nox, you must be as high as my avatar looks right now. As my model looks. Oh my gosh. Is this what happens when you have friends? I haven't talked to anybody in so long. I missed everybody. Yes, I'm waiting. Lizard. Yes, we have Lizard. So, Lizard folk, we have some interesting things here. You are more healthier. You can resist more things. And you're a little bit more smarts. A little more smarter. Lizard folk only live up to about 60 years. You have a natural walking speed of 30 feet, and you have a natural swimming speed of 30 feet. So you can sort of swim normally through water because you're trained to do so. And instead of talons, like claws, you would get with the Aarakocra, the bird person, you get bites. You can just straight up just bite people. And you get some extra damage with that as well. And if you decide to hunt and do things, you basically have the ability to sort of collect some more materials. It gives you a better chance to collect more things to sell or whatever, things like that. You can create certain items to sell off if you want to. You can hold your breath in case you're ever out of breath. You can hold up your breath for a good while. Chess on... I can't do that. That's too smart for me. I can't do... I can barely handle this stream now. I haven't... I mean, I need to be medicated to be on stream. Bird or lizard? I get it. I like bird or lizard too. Is he okay? Hold on. If your friend has been playing chess on stream, that is a long ass game. Are they winning? Are you winning, son? Yes. Tranquilize him. Pickle, can you talk about our today's sponsor for Horse Tranquilizer? Also very popular in gay clubs. Okay, let me tell you this now. If you don't understand shit about chess, I took a chess class, like a or like an after school like chess learning program. I attended it for about like a month and then just kept ditching it for the rest of the few weeks that we were supposed to learn because I got bored of it. I just liked I hate that I'm this person. I just like chess because of the aesthetic. I like the checkerboard look of it. I like the little pieces, and that's it. I know nothing about. I just like left. I remember I just left chess, and I was like, I'm good. And mom's like, dude, we paid $45 for this. What the fuck? This was in 3rd grade, so I had more priorities, like what girl was gonna give me cooties. Plot twist, none of them. Just cause. So it was interesting. But anyways, with Mr. Lizard, with Miss Lizard, with still streaming. Okay. But is he like a grandmaster? You know what I mean? Like, okay, let's talk. Okay, hold on. Let's talk shit about chess for 2 seconds while we're talking about this. How easy is it to be a grandmaster? Because I've heard several names, that just like play online that they're grandmaster title, and I'm like, great. Do you still work though? You know what I mean? Like, I could be the Grand Poobah of compression shirts and I would still have to stream. Do you know what I mean? Like, my after hours aren't making as much money as I thought it was. He's addicted to chess. Get him on My Strange Addiction. Get this man on My Strange Addiction right now. Because I'm not here for that. I never watched My Strange Addiction. It's true. Ow. I didn't hurt you. You want me to kiss the boo-boo? Anyways, with lizard people, you are a little more skilled at certain abilities. Two very different things. I know they are. You have a sort of certain skill sets, and you can choose between two of them usually. You get a lot of extra perks as a lizard person. You have natural armor, which means you don't have to wear a lot of armor to be more defensive and tough. You have hungry jaws, so this one's a little bit more. You're not going to, use all of these things as a lizard person, because a lot of these things, and D&D is actually quite combat heavy of a game, so a lot of these skills really just rely on, like, if you're gonna fight, these are the things you have available to you. So you totally could just pick lizard person and you don't have to worry about that, but whatever you think. Alex, we should play a game together. I would love to play a D&D sesh together. That'd be really fun. Just plays a cat Nox. The gears are turning. I don't know what time it is. 11:54. 6 minutes till the jacket comes off, Nox. We're almost there. Stay strong, soldier. But these are sort of the options here I have basically... How I've reached 42 different characters is because I just made one of each race I have available and tried to make as many as I could, just for variety's sake. But whatever you think, Pickle, I'm here to support you. Go ahead, I support you. Ow. That was not a net crack. I don't know what that was. Elfies. Let's see what elfies have. A lot of elves, sort of slight variations, but in general, elves have dark vision. They can see at night. You have some defenses against anyone that uses magic against you. Elves don't need to sleep. Elves can just straight up like meditate for 4 hours, Onum Shiva, Onum Shiva, Onum Shiva, and that's it. No sleep. You just like rest for 4 hours, and you're good to go. So elves are pretty good there, and you live pretty long. With elf weapons, you have some extra proficiencies you're good at. I know, but I think I would like. Here's the thing. Honestly, I would love to be an elf, but my biggest problem is if this is a D&D elf. So if we only meditate for like 4 hours a day, could you imagine the amount of like sleep paralysis I'm gonna get, or like analysis paralysis? I'm just gonna be internally screaming. Like it's a whole issue. I would not do that. I would not recommend it. And you get a little bit of magic, so that's what elves can get. And you have a whole different types of elves. You're a tough boy. I know you are. With the way you kill, and I'm blanking on the name that you play on so much. I don't remember the game. I'm sorry, I'm not a fake fan. I'm a fake fan. I don't remember what Nox plays. Nox plays a lot of things, including my heartstrings, but it's fine. It's fine. You have the hippie elves. You have the snooty royal elves. You've got the really naturey elves. You've got the albino elves. You've got dark elves. You've got elves from the south. You got, like 35 elves, basically. I think you have 13. That is like the most combinations of elves that you can have here. And then there's half elves, and that's a whole other thing too. Half human, half elves. It could be a whole bunch of things. I know. It's a lot. Tieflings. Oh, tieflings have 12. If you want to be a demon, if you just be a hot, sexy demon person with horns, they're great. I like them a lot. Most people like to hit on them because it's a bad boy. If you want to be a demon person, you get some dark vision. You take less damage from fire. You get some special spells and abilities. You can just get wings. Whole bunch of stuff. I know I'm throwing a lot at you, but I know, Pickle, we're still yes, absolutely. People, I hate to say this, people love tieflings. And I love tieflings too. Should I show you? Let me show you. I have 2 tieflings in particular that I love very much because I have them here. This is, and I've played none of them, but this is Mr. Damien. This is a maxed out character, by the way, so ignore the stats, but if this picture here, right here, if you can see him, I need to pull him out, actually. Hold on. I'm gonna actually try and show you because he's right behind my screen. You can't see him. Hold on. Let me maybe if I can show you here through the character. This is just a fan art of a different I don't think you can see it at all. Cheese. Oh yes, he's pretty boy. Damon is a pretty boy. Most tieflings are pretty characters, because why the hell not? We're thinking lizard pickle? Okay, we'll go ahead and go for that. He's one of them. He's a little magic boy. Where is my other tiefling? This is other tiefling. This is other demon boy. His name's Gareth. Gareth is also pretty. I'm trying to like position you so he's in between the chat so you can see him. Yeah. I wish I looked like that. Whoever drew him, I'm gonna credit you, because even if I use you, hopefully you allow me. I don't know, but very pretty. There's a lot of pretty characters here. Plenty of stuff here. I think I only have those 2, and the rest are other characters and things that I've created. So if we go for lizard person, that's great, because I only have one other lizard person, so I would do that. Go back to the character builder. Okay, so we have decided to choose. Go. Lizard folk. I also think that Nox would very much be... I don't know who they are. I have to go find them. These are all just pictures. These are all just like images I've grabbed off the internet. So it's just for personal use. That's true. I like pretty boys. One of them's in my stream right now. Okay, anyways. I'm trying too hard. Stop at me. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Right away, lizard folk, you get a lot of different abilities here. Little perks and things like that. And so from here, like I said before, you can choose to... Yeah, absolutely. You can choose however, you can flavor whatever type of fighter you want here. So these are skills, proficiencies. Proficiency basically means you get an additional bonus to whatever special activities that you would be able to do. So things like animal handling, you can be better at handling animals, you can be better at handling nature, or things about nature, about your senses, better at being quiet and stealthy, survival. You want me to make a character for you too? I'll make a character for you too, Nox. And then we'll go on Pinterest and show how much of a degenerate I am because I just stare at very hot demon abs. Yeah, of course. Why not? I mean, I just did this on a whim because I like D&D and I want to be nerdy. I'll make you one. I'll make you one. It'll be cute. And then we can play together. Okay, it's after hours. The jacket's coming off. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Nope. Nope. How you doing? But the glasses stay on. The glasses stay on during in bed. Mm-hmm. Oh God, I should have asked my art mother to animate my arms. I just look so stiff. Okay. I don't want to be a chat. I don't want to wear sunglasses in the house. Let me see here. Alrighty. So stealth for the first one. Alrighty. Second one, you can choose from the other ones. You can be better at handling animals, natures. Oh, the meme. What meme? If you think you're going to handle animals, if you think you're going to be better at using your skills, like tracking people, it would be survival. Nature, if you want to know more about plants, animals, things like that. Perception is used a lot, especially when it comes to like if you're looking for something. Oh yeah, that's right. Perception is used quite a lot if you're asked to like look for something or you're not sure if something is there. Perception is usually that sort of activity or skill. So wherever you want, any of these four here, you can choose. Survival, yeah, absolutely. So that'll make you a lot easier to basically track things and find things. Alrighty, very similar. Yeah, okay, I get it. Wait, did it actually happen? Do they actually keep glasses on during bed? I didn't keep socks on during bed, so I don't know what happened. Well, since it's after hours, I can also tell you this other story that happened. Wait, told him to keep something on? That's funny. I hope it wasn't a paper bag. Oh my God. Yeah, no, I shouldn't tell you this uncomfortable hookup story that I've had. Anyways, survival is good. I would suggest it, especially if you're actively pursuing something or tracking something. Perception in general is like using your senses. It's like basically your sixth sense of like, can you, like, do you think you can see something? Do you keep the glasses on? That is a read. I'm so sorry to your friend. I'm so sorry to your friend. But either one works. It's totally up to you. Keep the glasses on. Oh my God. Luckily that didn't happen to me. Because I don't wear glasses actually. But, well, I do. But I'm gonna just tell you this. Because we're close. We're friends. I trust you. Okay, survival and stealth. You got it. Nox, you're not gonna believe this. I may have told Pickle this about this already. Apparently, a friend of mine, when they were first trying to lose their virginity, met up with a girl, and she just went to bed. I'll let you take a moment to percolate on that. Oh, that's great. That's good to hear. He survived the trauma of keeping glasses on. That's important. But no, my friend fully just yes. it was his first time, he's trying to make things happen. The girl's trying to be there, and by like half an hour in, she's like, I think I'm gonna go to bed now. Like, yes, no, it happened. You know the story. I told you this. He just was just not into it. And she was like, I don't know. I don't remember if he like actually just straight up told him, or if she just nodded off and went to sleep, and he just walked out. And the worst part is, all of his friends were there, hyping him up in the car, like, just there to drive him around and take him home. So they're all just waiting in the car, and they're all like hyping him up, like, dude, you got this. How is it? How's it going? Bro stuff, because I'm a bro. And they just like, she fell asleep on me. I know. I felt so bad for them. Everyone in the car went silent, and I was like, maybe we should change sides. Maybe we gotta change teams. The Eagles went to the Super Bowl, and the Tigers or whatever. I don't know football. Pickle knows more about football than I do. I'm just saying, time to change teams. I felt so bad. It was a choice. I know. I'm gonna let you sink that in. Anyways, classes. So this is the part where we flavor your character and what type of adventurer they are. We have all of these different types here. I'm just gonna run through them quickly so that you know. I'm gonna skip the magic ones, because again, probably best we stick to stabby, punchy punchies. Yes, that's right, the Bengals. See, I knew something. It was Eagles? Was it Hawks? No, it was Eagles. That was there. No, Eagles. It was Eagles versus Bengals. It was like the last match. It was like their last match before. I'm not straight enough to know any of this stuff. Yeah. That's right. That's Bengal Tigers, right? That's their name. Long range, absolutely. I would do it. Anyways, in terms of your options, you have the classic barbarian. Fuck shit and find out. Blood Hunter. This is a class made specifically by. I think you're gonna like this. This is a bit edgy. This is the edgelord class. Blood Hunter basically is. Oh, it was. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Never mind. That was a different thing. Anyways, Blood Hunter is the edgy son of a bitch. That is. Yeah. Oh, okay. Don't throw words at me like that. I barely know English. I don't know who you're talking about. Anyways, Blood Hunters are basically your. They're goths. They're your goth class because the way you. Their special mechanic for this class is by sacrificing your health. So you cut yourself a little bit with a karambit and or a butterfly knife or something, and then you get a little power up when you fight. There are some special subclasses, like specialties, in each of these like general classes. With Blood Hunters specifically, you could. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I had a feeling, but with Blood Hunters, you could specialize being a ghost slayer. Basically be an exorcist. You could be a werewolf, or you could be like the Witcher and be like a mutant from X-Men. So those are sort of like the three specialties of Blood Hunter. If you love like Katya, just sucking your blood in study hall, this is that class. Yeah, I would suggest so if you'd like to. If you remember, you probably don't because we were talking a bit. With the lizard class, you get extra points to health, and you get extra points to your smarts, your wisdom. And with the blood hunter, it's pretty important to have a lot of health because you're probably going to be reusing a lot of, like, you're going to be sacrificing a lot of health during fights to use your abilities. So usually it's a good thing. With that, we also have just your classic fighter. This is basically the he fights. That's really all he does. You can flavor him however they wish. Swords and shields, axes, spears. This is basically this is the most noob friendly class because this class is given the most features. You know the most things. You can use the most types of armor to protect yourself. You learn, you get a lot of extra abilities and skills to really make sure that you don't end up accidentally dying. And if you like Taekwondo, monk is the way to go. There's a lot of different flavors of monk. You use ki points. So you're using chakras, you're using energies, you're using shadow clone jutsus. You know what I'm talking about, right? So so this is the traditional punchy class. Usually very fast. They can avoid a lot of things. They don't have as much health. You see here this hit die. Again, like I mentioned, each class has a specific size of dice you use to roll and figure out how much health you're gonna get. So 8 is a pretty good sized dice to use. So that's monk. You have paladins and rangers. These are sort of your classic bow person, like Nox would you probably use, and paladin, your basic social justice warrior, but with actual god and anime on their side. So these two have a little bit of magic to them that you can use. Rogue, if you want to be Nathan Drake and just fuck people up, bro. A kitty bow person, let's do it. Hello Kitty with a machine gun crossbow. Machine gun kitty. That's the new parody. That's what I want, Nox. If you start a music career, a parody music career, you better be called Machine Gun Kitty. See? That's what I'm saying. And as a ranger, you have a specialty. There's a special class, a subclass, where you get an animal buddy. You get an animal pet. Or, you can have a buddy. That's what I'm saying. Machine Gun Kitty, because that pussy be fire. Just saying. Oh my god, I'm honored. Thank you. I would love that. Should you add that? Oh my god, could you imagine adding that to your new Twitter as your new Twitter handle? I would die. Just Nox and then the actual title. See, that's what I'm saying. This is what happens. This is why I decided to stream late at night, is because we just do it. I mean, this is peak office hours, right, Pickle? Rogue, you can do a lot of things with Rogue. Again, it's all about being sneaky, being hard to hit, being fast. You can do a lot of things with a Rogue. Yeah, go ahead. Be right back. I love you. Mwah. So the rogue itself doesn't have a pet. That would be the ranger. That would be the bow person. Rangers are basically your Bear Grylls, but you could get a bear. You don't know. Rogues usually don't have an animal companion included, but rogues, you can do things. You can specialize rogues into being you could basically Ocean's 11 your thief. Actually, no, let's go back. Ocean's 8, Ocean's 9. Ocean's 11, not Ocean's 12. You can basically choose what kind of specialty with your rogue. You could basically be the thief, you could be the pickpocket. You could be the hitter, you could be the kill guy, you could be the tech person. Yeah, so the pet person, yeah, so that would be the ranger. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and yeah, so those are going to be most of your classes there. So blood hunter, we'll go ahead and start there, and it's pretty good. Your dice size is pretty good. You're going to be a D10, and that's pretty good there. You get a lot of proficiencies, a lot of things here. We'll go into that later. We don't need to add that now. So right now we have you at level 1. Usually in just playing in D&D, your specialties kick in, your subclasses kick in at level 3. Most classes usually will start you off at level, or most games will start you off at level 3, just so that you have a taste of like what the actual class is like. But I think just for our sake and just for learning, in case I do host a little something for the chat here, I'm probably gonna stick with level 1 for now, just so that we have really simple. Do you exercise demons? You can. The special class is basically not just exorcist, but like you're more effective. Like you can fight ghosts better, you can fight spirits better, and other things like that. You have basically special skills that let you do damage and attack things that normally you wouldn't be allowed to attack. Exercising demons or medium thing, I would say these are more flavor. You can choose whatever flavor you like. If you want them to be medium, sure, be a medium. So those are more like flavor styles, but mechanically, the Ghost Slayer is the actual name of the subclass. Basically means you have the ability to fight ghosts and supernatural creatures and things better than you would like as a regular fighter. You have like special talents and things like that that basically let you like deal with ghosts, deal with supernatural things better. But for now, I'm gonna let you go ahead. We can skip through a lot of these things, but basically, besides your race giving you brownie points for any of your skills and actions, your class also has brownie points for certain things too. So that's what we call proficiencies, your brownie points. These are basically things you're good at. You're good at using some armor. If you want to wear armor to help you be more tough, you can use some of these armors. You can use any type of weapon. We call them simple weapons, like really basic weapons like staffs and things like that. Martial weapons are like swords, things you have to actually practice to use. Tools is like special supplies you can use if you want to use them. Yeah, exactly. I'm probably Blood Hunter. Yeah, you can choose the flavor. Blood Hunter is just like it's just the mechanical like class. It's just the mechanics. Flavor it however the hell you want. If they're exercising like pastries, like a haunted pastry, if they're specialized in like ghost cakes, why not, right? You can. This is the silly and fun part of an RPG. You can make them as absolutely stupid as you want. I made a character who's basically an influencer character, and she just loves quoting things that totally make no sense in the world. She's basically like, oh my god, like Instagram that shit, girl, and everyone's like, what the fuck is an Instagram? Yeah, it can be anything. Flavor is anything, but again, with proficiencies, you're going to get a lot of sort of things that you're skilled at, things that you already know how to do. So usually you'll start with a few things here. So with the class, you get several skills to pick from. You have acrobatics if you want to be good at dodging things, sometimes traps, things like that. Arcana if you want to know more about magic and magical things. Athletics for whatever you need to do with athletics. It's pretty self-explanatory. History, if you want to be a nerd. Insight, if you want to be good at reading people. Investigation, if you want to be a PI. Religion, if you're a religious exorcist. If you want to be Catholic, you know, a Catholic lizard person. Who knows? So you can choose any of these 3 if you want. And I'll say this now, a lot of the things that you pick, again, usually aren't going to be relied upon unless the host, the dungeon master, will ask you for them. So you're not like going to have to like perfect this if you don't want to. You can choose any 3, it doesn't matter. The only time these skill checks, basically like quick time events where I ask you like how to do things, is the only times you're going to use these things. Alrighty, so investigation, athletics, and insight. Sure. Investigation, athletics, and insight. That makes sense to me as a blood hunter, right? You're good at searching for shit. You're strong, right? All this good stuff. Alrighty, so Hunter's Bane. So this is a special thing here. When you use certain class abilities, you can choose what type of stat you want to use to give a bonus to them. So you can choose between using intelligence, or you can choose between using wisdom. Doesn't really matter. You can just choose any one of them. You'll learn more of that later. So either one works. Is Machine Gun Kitty back? I hope the rebranding worked and he's not suspended anymore. So I think I'm just gonna pick this for you because this is a little bit. Matthew Mercer's classes are really fun, but they can be a little complicated because again, he's sort of a third-party creator and like partner of the game. So he's created a little more complications with his complicated play styles with this. But I'm glad you chose it. Yeah, I'd probably go for intelligence. I'll explain the stats later too. And last part is blood curses. So like I said before, this is basically the goth class. You expend it's basically blood magic. You have a little bit of blood magic, just the teeniest little bit of blood magic you can use, and you have a few different curses you can use when you use your blood to use the magic. They all have a bit of a different uses, I would say. I'm just gonna go through them quickly because there's a lot of things here that do with this. Number 1 is binding. You can basically use blood magic to trap an enemy. Bloated agony. You can make your enemies hurt more. You can make enemies take bleeding damage if they act a certain way or do certain actions. Exposure, they can't hide from you. Anxious, they're more confused in battle. They're hard to they don't have a lot of focus. Eyeless, they just go blind. Blood Curse of Fallen Puppet, you basically get a little zombie friend if you are able to kill one of your cursed enemies. Curse of the Marked is basically same thing to Exposure. They can't hide from you. They can take a little extra damage. You basically like have your sights locked on this one cursed enemy. And Muddled Mind is like the confusion thing again. Bloated Agony, good choice. So you can see here, it's a lot of extra stuff here, but yeah, with Agony, basically if the enemy tries to do more than one thing, you're like, nope, fuck you. You're gonna get hurt a little bit. That's basically what it is. Is if they do, Fallen Puppet, yeah, okay, absolutely, we can go back. We can go back to that. Yeah, so Fallen Puppet, let me go ahead here. So yeah, basically here, if something within range dies, you can basically make them like do a last hit, like before you die, fuck someone else up. Either one works. I would say personally, I like them both. I haven't used Fallen Puppet. I would say Bloated Agony is a little more useful because the effect is more continuous. You know, it keeps happening while the person is alive, or the creature is alive. And Fallen Puppet only works when someone's about to die, and I'm like, okay, you get your one little extra thing, and then you're like, okay, well now it's dead. I can't like get more benefit from Fallen Puppet. It only happens once when someone dies. So Agony, I'd probably go with Agony. Yeah, because basically it keeps happening when they're still alive. So anyways, ability scores. So this is where, luckily I haven't shown you a full stat sheet, because if I showed you like if I did this on paper, you'd probably be scared enough to not play this game ever. But so this is where we get to the part of where we determine our ability scores. Basically, our stats for our characters. So there are 6 stats here. Most of them are pretty self-explanatory. You can put points either in strength, how strong your character is, right? Dexterity, how fast or nimble or agile your character is. Constitution is your health, how healthy you are. You can use this to sort of be like, yeah, what's your stamina? What's your endurance? Like, are you really healthy or really weak? Intelligence, this is book smarts. This is what you remember. These are things you've learned. Wisdom is more about your 5 senses. So wisdom is more about like, how good are you at hearing things, seeing things, smelling things, feeling things, sensing things, basically. Wisdom is your senses. And lastly, charisma is like your personality. This is more about like, could you be more introverted? Could you be more extroverted? I like to say basically charisma is like your confidence. It applies in some ways, especially when it comes to like social situations. If you have a high confidence, it basically means you might have a better chance at like convincing people, lying to people, things like that. So with these 6 stats, there's a few ways to do it. If you want, one way to do it is basically you just get a certain amount of points and you just spend the points however you want. Or there's manual, which basically means you roll some dice, figure out what number of dice you have, or like what the scores are. Basically Yahtzee. You throw the dice, you figure out your numbers, and then you plug in the numbers however you want. This is kind of fun because you can get some really shitty scores. And sometimes that can be really fun too. You don't have to be perfect. That's the whole, every character should have a flaw, right? And then you have like a preset. This is the standard like set of numbers. You just plug the numbers in and just call it a day. So this you can choose here. So I think, if you want, I can go ahead and show you the manual. Do you want to try manual? Yeah, let's try manual. So usually you would use a regular like 6-sided die, and you throw 4 of them together. So if you want, I will go ahead and roll them here. This is fun because D&D Beyond actually has virtual dice, so you can see when they throw it out, and they have dice skins. So let me show you here. I don't know if you can see it. Look at that. It works too. So first roll is a 14. Let's see here. Next one is 9. We've got a 15. 13. These are okay. 9. Ooh. Okay. I love those dice. Those like potion ball dice. But anyways, with these scores, you can plug them in anywhere you like. In terms of how good or you want to do preset, yeah, if you want to do preset, we can do preset. But before I move on to that, so with these scores, these stats, it's usually on a scale of 0 to 20. Because the biggest dice we use, the delay. Yeah, I think it's because the animation on the screen probably made it worse. So that's okay. But in terms of like the scores and like how good or bad something is, 20 is your maximum, so 20 is the best. And with each score, oh, something happened? Delay got worse? What happened? Is it good? You okay? Oh, what? Okay. What we do is manual. Yeah. Okay. Again, so 20 is your best. Like 20 is the best. That's like you're maxed out. As of right now, 20 is your max cap, and you could even go all the way down to 1. So it's a bit of a sliding scale. If your score is 10, you're average. You don't get any bonuses for only having a 10. You'll see in a second with the scores. There's some math here. I think I would have liked math, and I would have passed algebra class the first time around if I took D&D. But anyways, anything above 10 is usually good. That's like your good skill, and you'll get more points. Basically, you get more goodie points the higher your stats are, and the lower it is, you get penalty points. You actually deduct points from whatever stat you chose. So for blood hunters, it's a little difficult because you actually have 3 important stats. You have your health points, you have your hit points, which is constitution here in the middle. You have either strength or dexterity. One of these 2 skills you're going to use for like attacking, and intelligence, which is the one we chose, which you can use for your magic. Some of your little special blood-sucking, whatever abilities. So that's where you can decide where those go. So, how do you feel? Do you feel confident? Should I go ahead and add these for you, or do you want to take a crack at this? Why don't we start with the highest number here? So, if you notice under Constitution, for being a lizard person, you already have 2 points in health. So that means you're going to get a further bonus if you put like a big number in here. So I would, yeah. So I'll go ahead and help you out here. I would say you want a lot of health because you're going to be fighting a lot. Well, you want to have some blood to spare is all I'm saying. 14s are really good. I would definitely suggest putting one of these into, and this depends. Do you feel like you want to be a like bulky lizard exorcist? Right, exactly. To injure yourself, yeah. Do you want to be like a bulky, like just strength exorcist? Are you smashing people with maces, things with brute strength? Or do you think maybe using dexterity is more like precision, doing cuts, doing slashes, being like quick? What do you think you'd be more interested in? Mm-hmm. Strength, yeah, absolutely. So we can go ahead, sort of, yeah, just be good at just being brutes. Next up, I would, yeah, so probably strength. Another key thing with dexterity is that dexterity also helps with your toughness. Basically, dexterity adds a little boost to your defense. So any of these stats would be good. I would not recommend one of the negatives here. These are 9. These are below 10. So remember, below 10, you start getting negative points, like negative bonuses. So I would probably recommend a decent amount of dex. I'd probably just go ahead with this here. And intelligence, again, is another big score. But remember, even though we have like a 13, a 9, and a 9. Hi, hey Onyx. Session 0 is doing well. Thanks for joining in. It is late where I am, and nice and toasty, so the jacket has come off. I missed you guys. Missed everyone here. You missed Nox earlier. Nox was here for a minute. Well, now it's Machine Gun Kitty, so. Oh my god, we're in the same time zone. I love that for you. Love that for us. I'm just being nerdy as hell, so if I just sound like a professor, it's all I know how to do. We should play! I need to play D&D. I haven't played in so long. Someone game for me, please. Hi, Nox. Hi, Kitty. Welcome back. I would love it. No! Why were you banned? Hold on. Pause everything. Baby, darling, sweetheart, daddy, why were you banned? Gag. Please be a DM. I've DM'd more than I have like played as a player. It's crazy. And DMing is being fun. If you need help, I'll definitely do it. Onyx, if you want to, I will show you my world building strategies because I will do it. Thanks, Onyx. Thanks for the follow. Oh my god. I am so sorry, Nox. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't believe that happened. Tag random accounts and spam the tweets. Oh my god. Wait, what were the tweets though? I hope they weren't horrible. Are you like gonna... Thank you, Stream Elements. Perfect fucking timing. Follow me on all of my socials, and I totally fucked up the spacing. Yes, if you want to know, Nox is now Machine Gun Kitty, and they were banned because of a hack. I'm so sorry. That's like a scary thing. I hate being that. Oh, the tea is glorious. Stop. Okay, it kind of is, though. It really just said, hacker who? Cancel it. Cancel it. Cancel Stream Elements. Tag them. No, actually don't. You might get canceled again. You might get hacked again. Don't do that. But anyways... No, I'm kidding. I know. But you definitely should change those passwords, though. If you can recover it, you should. But if Twitter has already done a permanent... Not a shadow ban, like a just full-on suspension or ban... That's gonna be hard to revert. Just saying. I mean, it's only for losing the rest for you because we don't really use the other two skills here. Yeah, it's not for it. It's not for you. You don't need that. All right. So, we went ahead and want to go ahead and explain to him. Pickle has chosen an interesting class and race combo. If you want to go ahead and take a look here, let's see if she remembers what it's called. I feel like I should put backtracking music to this because I'm just chilling with you guys. Let me add some music to this. Hopefully it's not loud. Maybe it might be loud. It might be loud. Hold on, let me see. Where is my... Nope. Here we are. Okay, hopefully that's not doubling up on the audio and you just aren't hearing echoing music. But anyways, yeah. I feel like that's just loud either way. Nope. I don't know. Okay, not worth putting music because I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, so a lizardfolk blood hunter seems interesting. Oh, is it? Okay, because I can't tell with the setting as it is, because I don't want like double reverb and things like that. But I just find it funny that like a lizard would try to use blood magic and he has to like cut through pieces of scale. We don't have to go into the details. That's just funny. I just thought of that. That's all. So I hope that audio's not gonna kick through. Anyways, so what else would I have here? So from here, I was mentioning that you get little bonuses for doing the like whatever scores you got here, these numbers basically give you a different stat bonus, if that makes sense. Changeling, Warlock, Zealot, Barbarian, Mountain, Dwarf, Paladin, Turtles. That is a solid group right there. I'm going to show you mine because I have no control. And I'll make one for you too if you want, Onyx. We'll make one live. We can take a different day to stream, and we can I can even show you all my different characters in my vaults, and I'll make one for Machine Gun Kitty too. I'll make you character too, Nox. We're almost there. But anyways, how do I explain this so that Pickle will understand? Basically, you have EVs and IVs. This score section, the stats section, is your EVs and IVs. Does that make sense? Do you know what I'm talking about? Pickle? I'm trying to give you metaphors so that you understand how this works. So basically your stats are EVs and IVs. I believe the scores, these numbers we just plugged in, are going to be your IVs. Yeah, so your stats basically all have EVs and IVs. These are your IVs, right? Your internal values, your intrinsic values, and your modifiers, these little plus or minus somethings, are the EVs. So these are your EVs that are going to apply to your so remember when I said you were going to get brownie points for doing certain skills? Yeah, so when I said you're going to get brownie points, these proficiencies, these EVs are your proficiencies. These EVs are going to be your extra brownie points. So the EVs are going to say, I'm actually going to be really freaking good at strength activities, all stuff like that. Thanks, Onyx. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully I stream again soon, and remember how to stream. Love you. Bye. Good night, baby. And you're gonna see that in a moment when I pull up the actual screen. I love you. Okay. Please I will kiss your bi ass if you need me to. Wait, that came out wrong. No, it didn't. Anyways. Thank you for putting the anal bead snake into chat. I love that for you. Anyways, so we're almost towards the end of it here. This usually doesn't take as long once you understand it and know it, but description is basically going to be some flavor. This is the part where you can flavor a little bit of your character. And officially, backgrounds, these sort of like lifestyles that are shown here, have their own little perk or bonus. It's okay. It's a whole thing. You said you wanted to be a exorcist, so I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that for you. I'm going to take care of that for you. We're just gonna figure some things out for you. It's okay. This is usually the weird part of it. This is the sort of the description and how you describe it is basically the lore. The lore. This is the lore section of your character, and we can get around that. That's a whole different section that we can figure out later. I'm just gonna plug these in for you, just in case. You never know what you're gonna use. So I'm just gonna give these to you. Let's see here. We'll just give you. I'm gonna give you these two. We'll talk about the rest of this later. And usually you can do things here like describing your physical traits of your character, what skin color, hair color, eye color. And we're gonna figure that out later. Yeah. It's a lot to show. But it's there's a learning curve. That's how it is. Like most games, there's a learning curve. But with like manual video games, like a TTRPG, it's a little bit more intensive, but that's why people love it so much. Anyways, I'm gonna get through that. Equipment. I'm just gonna give you equipment here. Let's start with equipment. You decided to be a strength lizard. So there are some options. There's some weapons here that use strength or that require strength to use. You've got things like a flail. Do you want to just ball and chain somebody? There's also axes and great swords. These are just massive, just fuck off weapons. Halberds also count. Mauls, you have a morning star if you want to be spiky. You've got things like a mace. You've got hammers. You know, that kind of thing. So you just want to be huge and just be like, whatever. We're swinging shit. That's however you like. Sword? Okay, absolutely. So let's do greatsword then. So that's just the two-handed sword. Let me go ahead and mace. Let me see if we have a mace. I don't know if it's mace specifically. I think mace is a simple weapon. Yeah, okay. Let me get you the maul. The maul is basically the upgraded version. We're just gonna get you the rest of these things too. I'm not really big on all the different equipment and things. We don't have to worry about that. And lastly, this is the part where I may be exposed. But this is the part where we would usually go to Pinterest or Google and just look for pictures to sort of describe and show off your character. But once we've gone through all these steps, we are done. This is how your sheet would look like. And we don't have to go into this right now, because there's a lot of little sections here for you to look at. And again, it is Pinterest time. Would you like to go to Pinterest? Oh, I do hope they do something about that too with the unban appeal. I do hope that happens. Because I do want to see that happen for you. So, with this in mind, yeah, exactly. I do hope they get back to you, because I tried a repeal quest that never happened to me. So next would be, you can choose the name. We didn't choose a name yet for this character. Personally, I like to wait until I find a good picture and sort of create a character off of that. So if you want to, we can go to Pinterest.com. Now look at my history. So this is why it's on my Pinterest. Battle maps and men. I couldn't tell you. We're just gonna expose myself. Let's go. Let's see. Female wizard folk character art. What? What do you mean an XRP? I have no idea what XRP is. What? The only closest thing I can think of is ERP, and that could be different, unless you search it up and tell me what it is. ERP is different than XRP, I hope. Am I wrong, though? And this is why people think I'm Scalies, because I just look through nothing but, like... Ah! You're kidding me. Cryptocurrency? Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. That person deserves to be found out. It's on site. Kill them. What is happening? Pickle knows exactly who I'm talking about. Pickle knows exactly who did this to him. I'm so sorry, Nox. Wow. I have no idea. Ripple? No. I don't know who that is either, but... Shame. My god. Well, you know who we're talking about personally. Anyways, this is Pinterest time. Ripple? Okay. That's really stupid. That I have no idea. That's crazy. The tea is hot tonight, and this is why we do things at office hours. Just saying. I know. I've had people reach out to me about cryptocurrency too, and I'm not friends with them anymore. So don't do that. Just saying. No point in doing that. I'm so sorry, Nox. I'm so sorry, baby. With armor and wings, so that would probably be... I mean, most lizards usually don't have wings, but yeah, we can definitely add that. You can have wings, why not? I shouldn't have assumed the gender. Because I don't know if you just want to be a himbo or a bimbo. Because that's how most characters are built in D&D. You did? Oh, okay. That's... Oh, baby. Followed from your new account. That's good. I'm waiting. What am I thinking? What are we thinking? No, I mean, you don't need wings. They're very situational. I'm not gonna make you like fly everywhere. You don't need to. It doesn't matter. Whatever do these artists, I would very much happily give credit to. Once you figure out who we want to look at. So we've got a few different options here. I should know what they might look like to you. What does this burly warrior look like to you? Because most of them are pretty sexy. Not that lizard folks can't be sexy, but someone made this interesting argument, and I won't name names. But they asked me because they were playing Divinity Original Sin, and in that one, there are lizard people, and the lizard people in that game, in Divinity Original Sin 2, the females had titties. So I'm not sure what snake milk has to do with anything. Okay, let's get you some armor, huh? Okay, let's find you some armor. Maybe we won't do warrior. I have to tune so many keywords to this. A knight? Maybe a knight. This is what I'm talking about. This is one of the characters that would have been like armored up. That's just a regular sword though. We've got someone, yeah, these are more Divinity Original Sin style characters. This would be a lizardy lizard with some thick, nice armor. We got some more down here too. They're not super armored, which is the interesting part of it. Unless you want to search for yourself and you can give it to me later. That's also fine too. That's what I was saying. But also, as a lizard person, as a lizard folk, you don't really need much armor. You have skills. You already have naturally like pretty good armor. So, you know, just saying. You could always find your own if you really want to. So I'm just going to call this Pickles. Or you know what? What am I going to call it? Dill Pickle. There you go. Okay. There you go. It's all just aesthetic, so you can choose whatever. So I'm going to remember this as Pickle. I'm going to show you how obsessed I am with this Nox, because it's fine. It's just a placeholder. It's just for me to remember. I have 42 characters, besides Pickles, that I have just stockpiled. And I like to think all of them are pretty attractive, I'm just saying. But that's a lot. That's a lot of characters I haven't done. Are you ready? Are you ready for yours? Do you wanna save your character creation for later, Kitty, or should I go ahead and do it together? I also totally did not intend for you to call yourself Machine Gun Kitty, just so I could call you Kitty. That was not, there was no ulterior motive. There was nothing of the sort. Just saying. For all legal intent, for all legal purposes, That was a joke. You saw nothing. What do I think? You want to do it? I'll make you one. I'll make you a character. Let me see. Let's go with, yeah, why not? We need more people in this party to play. At some point, if I get enough viewers to like make characters, yeah, of course. If I get enough viewers to make characters, I might as well just stream a game, run a game for chat. Why not, right? That'll be interesting, but we'll see how that goes. We'll work out the details. I don't see why not. It'll be interesting. Sure, we're gonna give it a shot. Let me go ahead and help you here with this then. Alrighty, so what am I gonna call you? Just call you Nox. There we go. Or I'll give you a fantasy name generator, so that works too. I'm just gonna include that for you. Gonna do all this other stuff. Skip this part because I already went through that earlier. Anyways, kitty time. Do you want to be a kitty or do you want to be a lion? Rawr. There you go. Let's do it. Let's go back it. Mechanox. Let's do Mechanox. Oh my god. Yes. Because funny enough, you can just be a machine in this game too. There is a race that allows you to be just a Roboto, Mr. Roboto. But let me go through the options with you again. Yes, you can just be a robot. Let me scroll down here. You can just be a robot. They are called Warforged. They're basically war machines, but they've gained the intelligence of Siri and Alexa and will not stalk you to send you. Do you want to boop beep beep boop? I do like it too. Let me tell you the beautiful thing about it. You'll love this. So, in terms of your stats, I mean, this is just the placeholder. You can look as cute as you want. You have more hit points. You can choose any other stat to get a bonus. You can live for however long, your size is whatever, blah, 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 blah. Here's the biggest thing. You're created so that you can resist poison. You don't need to eat, drink, or breathe. You can't get the clap. And you don't need to sleep. Oh, are your headphones dying? Oh, yes. You better replace them. I might accidentally moan while you're in public. And when you sleep, you don't actually sleep. You just go into standby mode for 6 hours. But you can still see and look around you. You're just like sleep paralysis demon for the night. And you get all these different things. You basically come with your own armor. You're already cool. Yeah, I know. Let's not go into that. Yeah, exactly. These are this comes from a different source book. This is like from a different DLC pack. Released a while ago. It's a pretty popular pack, and it just includes things like a Warforged. So I don't see why not. I'm gonna go ahead and try this one. You can read Common, which is like the basic language, and then you can choose another, whatever language you want to learn. So yeah, you can just be like a Star Wars like B2 battle droid or General Grievous, whatever you want. You can, yeah. I mean, you can send me a picture if you want to in my DMs. Just saying. You know where to find me. Because I want to go on Pinterest and expose myself any further. Because what if I see robot tits? That's something else. Also, that reminds me of that new game, but I don't remember the name of it. Anyways. Yeah, absolutely. Then why don't we go ahead and get you make you a nice Mechanox. So anyways, you want to go ahead and choose here. So from the stat bonus, you already get a bonus to your hit points. Basically. You might as well be Springtrap. Whatever you want. Freddy, but I'm a material girl. I love that meme. It's so funny too. Anyways, just to get into the nitty gritty, robots are already pretty resistant, so you get a bonus to your health, but you can choose an additional stat. Yeah, you can choose an additional stat to give a little bump in. You could be a little bit more charismatic, you can be more confident, you can be more fast and swifty and flexible, you could be smart, you could be sensitive, or you could just be strong. Whatever you want. Whatever you want, baby boy. Want to pick one? Design them however you like. This just reminds me of like the Robots movie. Whatever you want. Dex, okay. Gotcha. And you want to be, I guess I should ask the other bigger question too, if you wanted to be like a physical fighter kind of person. If you haven't played D&D before, I would definitely recommend it. And also recommend, sticking to one of the simpler classes. There are a few, if you want to do magic, you can too, but that's whatever you like. Dex or strength? I will, yeah, whatever you think. I want to give you Dex. Let's round this party out a little bit. Let me give you Dex here. So let me see. So next up is your specialized skills. So these are, you can choose a skill and one instead of, yeah, I know. See, we should roleplay together in all the different variations. So you can choose one skill of your choice, and you're a robot, so you can use whatever the hell you want. There are so many skills here. Basically, these are like actions you can do in the game. Whatever action you think you might want to be better at, just go ahead and choose this one. Be good at doing tricks and flips, talking to animals, doing with animals, magic, any actions with athletics, your movement. If you want to be good at lying, if you want to be a human lie detector or a robot lie detector, you could be too. Thank you, Stream Elements, for telling everyone where to find me and where we can roleplay. History, if you want to be smart. Insight, if you want to be smart. Intimidation, if you want to scare children into giving you your candy. Their candy. Investigation, if you want to be, a PI. Medicine, if you want to be, those like they did surgery on a grape robots. Something that can get you out of a tough spot. Let's see. Well, any of these could be a tough spot. You could be like in a deathly trivia quiz, or you could just get crushed by a boulder. So, the flavor is up to you, sir. Let me see. Common, but I'll just say common skills that are used pretty often, or things you might want to consider, is perception. That'll be, again, your senses, how well you can figure things out. Medicine is good if you want to figure out what type of sickness this is. Yeah, you could definitely use medicine and a medicine kit to do some extra healing. Stealth is always a good one. Robots, I believe here's the downside with Mechanox. You have disadvantage on stealth, which means whenever you try to hide or do anything stealth related, you actually have a less chance of succeeding. You have a lower chance of success. And survival, yeah, you still can. It's just harder. It's harder for you to be sneaky robot. And survival is basically your ability to. It's basically your Bear Grylls skill. How well you can survive out in the wilds, how well you can like track time, how well you can track animals or targets, how well you can like navigate through nature or certain situations. So survival has to do a little bit more with like guidance. Yeah, absolutely. Survival is nice. I mean, you might be wandering around, you might be traveling a lot, so that makes sense. You might need someone to guide, right? So so Mechanox has built-in Google Maps. This is great. Or Waze. Waze will get you. It's okay. This don't worry. Like I said, like Onyx said before, this takes time. Don't worry about it. We're just doing this for shits and giggles. Anyways, it's okay, baby. You can be totally clueless. It's fine. Literally. Could you imagine having Google Maps back in the olden days? Jesus Christ. Be hung. Be burned on the stake. Ugh, be bad. Anyways. You have tools. These are basically supplies that you're really good at using. I'm just gonna choose one here, because you can choose so many random things here. You could choose like not like knowing, basically having a driver's license and knowing how to use vehicles. You could choose like instruments that you know how to play with. That, you know, it's just flavor stuff. If you don't want to do that, that's fine too. I can just choose that for you. That's not as important. That's just sort of a little fun thing for you to have. I would, if you're doing survival, I'd probably just give you navigator's tools. Air mode, yeah, absolutely. Let me see. Why don't we space? Well, I think that'll work. And a language. Let me give you a language. Let's see, what language do you want to talk? Do you want to talk to orcs? You want to talk to elf people and fairies? You want to talk to the hot demons, the devil people? You want to talk to dragons? Talk to angels? Talk to elves, giants, whatever you want. Elfies, okay. Elfies or demons, all right. I think I gave. Let me give you Elfies, because I think I gave Pickle demons, and if the two of you get a chance to catch a stream together, that'll be fun. Alrighty, class time. So, like I said before, you can do whatever class you want. As a beginner, I would recommend staying away from anything with magic, just because it can get a little complicated. But all of the, I mean, they're pretty straightforward. You can sort of determine, yeah, you can. This one's a little bit more important. This sort of determines what your character can do as a robo hunter, a robo something. So the classes that focused most on, if you are going to fight most in combat and long range stuff, I would probably consider fighter. This is just, fighter is like you can do whatever you want with a weapon. You are the MacGyver of weapons. So you can do anything with a fighter. If you really want to specialize in bows and things, you can absolutely do ranger. That's your Legolas. That's your animal friend if you want that. You can do being a sneaky thief or rogue. They can also use bows too, or crossbows. So that's also really good too if you want to try that. Those are the ones I would recommend. just right off the bat. Other ones, I mean, any class can use almost any type of weapon if they learn it. So you can use anything you want. Let me show you here. Ranger and Rogue, huh? Cool. You can send that to me whenever you want. I'll update it myself. Ranger and Rogue. Let me see. So Ranger, you get a D10 of hit points. That's a decent size. That's a pretty big dice to use for hit points. You're gonna be using mostly dexterity and strength, using your senses, using your agility, and things like that. So the Ranger, yeah, you'd be good with a bow. You can choose fighting styles. You can choose like special things. Speedy, let me see. Are you speedy? You have 30 feet. So 30 feet of speed is pretty average. So that's the average speed you usually get. There are certain races that get you more speed or less speed. You could absolutely go Hawkeye. That'd be great. Are you kidding me? That'd be really fun. I'm so small away from my screen. Yeah, absolutely. So you can do that. Interestingly enough, if you want to talk about zoomies, the best classes for zoomies is actually Monk and Rogue. Monk's fast as hell. You get extra movement speed. Rogues, you can do a lot with that. How are you thinking? Rohui? Want to do Rohui? Let's do Rohui. Monks can heal. There is one special class, like a subclass, that will let you heal. I don't know about a bow monk. Monks usually get most of their damage from their fists. So with monks, you're mostly going to be punching. But the monk can heal. Okay, yeah, definitely. Let's do a monk then. So we're going to be basically Iron Man just bumping around. And here's the best part. You don't have to wear armor because you're technically already armored. And the best thing about monks is that if you don't wear armor, you actually get tougher. So you have martial arts styles, you've got so unarmed movement, this is the one we're talking about. So if you don't wear any armor, you get more speed. And once you get more leveled up and more beefed up, you can just straight up move 6 degrees of freedom. You can walk on water, you can walk up walls, anything. And here's where you would learn, this is where you would learn your healing specialty. So once you reach level 3 for all characters, that's when you choose what kind of special monk or special blood hunter you want. We're only at level 1 right now, so it's gonna be not too far. At some point as a monk, you can just deflect shit. You can just block arrows or other rocks or whatever things and just toss them back at people. That's always really fun. You can, basically Genji arc, literally, quite literally. At higher levels, you get so many different things. You can attack more, you can do all these different things. I mean, again, a lot of D&D is a lot of the mechanics of D&D is very combat focused, so a lot of these things won't come up unless you won't apply unless you are actually fighting something. And that doesn't happen all the time. It may not. Yeah, and all these things are just about, all these different stats are basically just making your monk harder to hit, faster, stronger, better. I forget the rest of the Daft Punk lyrics. But that's basically what it's about. And basically, you just basically become Goku, or JoJo, or Dio, or anybody else. As much as you want. You have special punches too. Did I mention that? as a monk, you have special punches. Like what's it called? Ip Man, like stunning punches. You have just like machine gun punches. You have Luffy machine gun punches. You have so much stuff. So many different things. So that's always fun. I would definitely recommend it. It's really cool. So why don't we go with that? I'm gonna choose these for you because I feel like this it's getting late, a little late over here for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and just help you clear out through the not really interesting stuff here. I'm gonna give you a flute because a robot playing a flute is funny because you don't have lips. Or maybe you do. Maybe you have kissable lips. I don't know. A monk skill. Let me give you. Acrobatics is good if you want to be nice and slippery. This will help you avoid certain traps and things like that. Athletics also works the same way. I'd probably give you one of those too. Actually, let me give you stealth because that's important. You need a bonus to stealth. And I'm gonna give you acrobatics there. That'll help. It'll help. Trust me, bro. Just trust me, bro. Sneaky. Yeah, I give it to you. Yeah. You'll get a little bonus. Alrighty, so. Ooh, let's see here. So I'm gonna give you the option of how you want to choose your stat points. You have a preset, which is standard values. You have manual, which you can just, it's luck of the dice. Whatever you get's whatever you get. Or you can just spend points however you want to spend them. Honestly, what we did earlier was kind of fun. That was manual. You just roll the dice, see what you get. In standard, you can usually use if you don't feel like it. So I'll say. I'd probably do manual. Manual is usually pretty fun. Standard is pretty good because you get some high values, you get some middle values, you get some low values. Personally, Monk is in the same category of difficulty as Blood Hunter because, again, you need, to speak in Pokemon terms, you need multiple EVs to make multiple IVs to make the best out of the class. Most other classes only need like 1 or 2 stats, but some classes need more than 1 stat to be really good. So I would do standard. We'll do standard here. We'll show you what this looks like here. So again, with monks, your key 3 biggest stats are actually going to be the same stats as Blood Hunter, which means your swiftness, your dex is going to be the highest. Your constitution is going to be really important because you're not wearing armor. I know, that's why I got you. And intelligence is usually going to be, I believe it's either intelligence or wisdom. Is going to be helpful for certain skills too. So let me go ahead here. So we have, let me see. And remember, you actually get a bonus stats from being Mechanox. So you get more health and you get more dex. So that's good. That's good. Okay. So why don't we do this one here, this one here. Let's do wisdom here. You don't need much strength. I'm gonna give you 10 strength. No, I'm gonna give you 12 strength. Okay, so here's the question. You have 2 more scores left. And from before I said 10 and above is average and up. Anything below 10, you get a little penalty to the score. You're a little weaker at it. So, do you want to be a little dumb or a little introverted is the question. And of course, you don't have to play these personalities. You don't have to play it like exactly like that. You can be as smart as you want. You can be, whatever you want stat wise. But this is just kind of funny to have like a dumb robot or like a really anxious robot. That just sounds really funny. Or we can swap out one of the other scores. You want to be smart boy? Okay, we'll be smart boy. We'll give you average intelligence, and we'll make you a little shy, because that's interesting. To have a shy robot. Alrighty. Description. These we're gonna plug in here, because this is kind of not necessary. Not necessary, but I'm just gonna plug something so that we can be flavored. This is basically your flavor. You can choose what kind of thing. Were you a priest? Were you an acolyte? Were you an athlete? Were you a criminal? Were you, an entertainer? So this is, basically just like the flavor of your character. Yes, it is. Mechanically, it gives you some perks. It gives you some extra skills. But usually a lot of people in D&D just create their own backstories and flavor it however they like. But this usually is like a template. So, for example, you'll get... so you'll see extra skills. So each background gives you like another action that you're good at. Like you would be good at medicine. You'd be a little better at persuading people if you chose this background of like being a plaintiff. Okay, that's a law thing, but right. So let's say like you were a knight. Let's try that. Like if you were a knight, you would have, I don't know why that would be better, but you're a little better at your history. You're well learned. You're good at persuading people. You can choose more things like languages usually, and if you have any like special tools or little fun instruments and things, you can choose that too. So that's sort of like a outline of like, where did your character come from, or what are some of the things that like made your character interesting. You could be a spy, you could be a soldier, be a sailor, so plenty of options. And you just play it however you wish. So just in your mind, Nox, what do you think your robot, what is your idea for a robot here for Mechanox? What is his VTuber lore? And I hope I see Mechanox on a stream. Hydration check. Brought to you by Stripe Music. How do you go? Sure, absolutely. We can definitely do that. Be like a junk robot that just that was actually overclocked. Fucking is a badass. Yeah, absolutely. There's a few ways we can flavor that at all. One thing would definitely be like an urchin. Urchin's a little interesting. The idea of an urchin is that like, oh, you're basically like living up in the streets, in the slums, orphan, poor, right? That kind of, I think that would kind of fit, right? That kind of fit. You're kind of just tossed out and you're kind of like, well, shit. My robot's kind of out in the streets now, and no one really wants to talk to the robot, right? So that could be something if you want to be an urchin. That sort of gives you that sort of like grungy feel. There's also, let me see here. It's like a hermit. Maybe you were maybe it was only, you know, very like Frankenstein kind of thing where you're like, your creator built you, and then he said, fuck this shit, I'm out, and sort of just let you wander, do what you want in your life, you know. Could have been, yeah, I mean, that's the two I definitely think that could have been really interesting. See if there might be another one here. Courtier, criminal. Let's see here. Could be even like a strung up gladiator. That could be interesting. Maybe you were built, right? Maybe as a gladiator, maybe you were built as a fucking killing machine and you got broken up by, you know, Harry Potter, and they're like, all right, it's not worth fixing him, get the fuck out of here, you know. So there's any ways of flavoring this, right? I'm just giving you some options that I think would be kind of cool or interesting. Yeah, there's so many things here, so many different types, and flavor it however you like. You know, you can be a pirate. Right, yeah. Gladiators, yeah, gladiator would be cool. Let's sort of give you an idea of like what kind of gladiator you wanted to be. A soldier, you could have just been a straight up soldier, you know. Been part of the RoboCop task force and got RoboCop, who knows? How do we feel? We feel like gladiator? We feel like sailor? I mean, sailor's kind of interesting. You're just like pulled up from wreckage, you're like, you know, ancient robot. Okay, what do you got? Tell me. What do you got, baby? Tell me. What's perfect? Tell me this thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The introvertedness, okay. A little. You know, are we kind of shy? Maybe a little, you know. Yeah, because you were scrapped. Maybe you just weren't built with a lot of emotion in mind. Maybe you're just, you know, ones and zeros meant to kill, right? Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm liking it. It's pretty good lore. And if you want, Pickle, we can go back and refine yours too. We'll get some ideas there for you too. I don't want to leave you out. We sad boy. The one big thing about why D&D is considered therapy for most people is because, I mean, you're going to be playing a character. There's going to be some part of you in there. And I love the idea that, like, yeah, of course, I can always go back. Ask about your lore. Absolutely, I can go back. I was just going to skip it because it was a lot. But D&D is great because it's good for trauma bonding. I said it, Pickle. I said the word. And that's absolutely true. Get a little bit of therapy out of there. But yeah, low self-esteem boy, definitely. If we maybe be gladiator, we can do gladiator, absolutely. So as gladiator, you know, maybe they liked it. Maybe that was a cool idea. You were just the special in BattleBots, you know, for whatever reason. So basically, you're going to be really good at being a show person. You're going to be having an extra skill in, yeah, you're the old model. We don't need that. You're the T2000. So you're going to be good at performance, and you get to choose an extra skill of your choice. You get to be good at another thing if you want. Cracked as hell. Absolutely. Let me see what else I can give you. Let me give you athletics. Because you're a gladiator. You might as well be good at everything physical, right? A musical instrument, it doesn't matter. I'm going to give you bagpipes. That just sounds funny to me. A broken robot playing bagpipes, but all the wind is escaping from his chest. That's just hilarious. Ew, eye tracking. Disgusting. And there are some things you can use here that are like basically like little personality traits. You can add like little like personality notes. You know, like most times an actor would use. Absolutely. Playing shitty bagpipes, but it's literally like a sack of potatoes and like a straw. Wouldn't that be funny? I'm just saying, that'd be fun. I like that idea. We'll keep that now. And Mr. Mechanox, you know where to find me on Twitter, so if you want to go ahead and send me... Really? Oh, I'm so glad you like it already. Then I definitely, once we maybe get a third player into the mix in chat, maybe we can do something together, all three of four of us, or however many people we got. Yeah, so if you want to go ahead, find a picture for Mechanox, you can absolutely do so. Oh, that's right, yeah, I gotta follow him too. I gotta follow your new account too, where I can find you. And send me a picture of Mechanox so I can add it here, and you know, we'll see how it works. Yes, of course. I want to play with you, Nox. I don't ever get to play with you. I don't know how to shoot a gun, so I can't really help you in COD. So, I mean, this is my bread and butter. This is my oyster. No, I'm kidding. I forgot what you played. Warzone? You played? No. I'm lying. Shut up. You play Total Warfare, right? I have no idea what you... I'm so sorry. I'm such a fake fan. I haven't seen you in so long. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I'm a fake fan. I'm sorry. See, I knew you did. I know you don't play that now. That is true. Oh, don't like braiding 13-year-olds. That's always funny. But anyways, send me your picture of Mechanox whenever you can, because I want to update it, and maybe we'll do something with it next time. Equipment. Now, moving on for equipment. You're mostly going to be punching things, so you probably won't need a weapon. Oh god. I couldn't deal with Overwatch. I know a friend plays Overwatch religiously. Oh, it's one of those love-hate relationships with it, and I'm like, I can't watch you do this. You like rage over the most stupidest. I'm like, oh, I can't do this. This is why I don't play like team games, because the competition, it scares me. Team games scare me, because I'm just like, oh my god. And D&D is a little different because that's a co-op and not like a versus deal, but like I don't play League. Really? In automodity? I'm so sorry. I gotta work on my automod program then, so it'll let you say whatever you want. No, again, I'm so sorry. Hold on, I'll change it, I promise. I'm sorry, baby, I'm sorry. I have to go change it. I forgot my automod is aggressive. Holy shit. Sorry. We'll fix it. We'll get to it. I forgot it was on. Oops. It probably is. I feel like it probably is. Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, I probably should. But I mean, yeah, I'll have to look at it later. I think I haven't updated it since I last streamed. And I put it on pretty high just because of, like, oh, there's always going to be some bots here somewhere. So they're always going to get something stupidly, like, you know, sex ads or whatever, things like that. But anyways, what am I going to give you? What would you like for a weapon? A short sword? Or would you like a staff? Or like a crossbow? Yeah, I'll make sure to turn mine off. Literally, Jessica, I never gave you my address, and also you haven't returned my pink calculator. Just saying. I actually never lent it to you. That was someone else. But Jessica, I am a material girl. Okay. Should I just give you a sling? Or a boomerang? Or a robot that fights with a boomerang? That kind of seems interesting. I think you're gonna need it. You probably won't need it. I'm trying to think. Now that you mentioned the auto mod, like now I realize, oh, that's what you mean, and that's why you haven't tried to curse in in chat. So now I realize I should probably turn that off. Okay. I'm gonna give you or a club. I'll just give you a club. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know either. Let me see. Give me a boomerang. Why not? Get a Dungeoneer pack. Expensive, unusual weapon. Do you just want a gun? Do you just want a gun for your inexpensive but unusual weapon? Oh no. Firearms can get weird, but yes, you can have a gun. You want a pistol? There's an automatic pistol here. Or regular pistol. That you have to reload after every one. Laser pistol. Okay, alright, alright. Fine. Make a meal out of it. Would you like a love letter or a lock of hair as your, like, little trinket? A robot getting a love letter. That's interesting. Detroit become human. Oh my god. Now you want one? Okay. Would you like me to personally write you a love letter? You know I would, though. You get a costume and starting equipment. Alrighty. Taking things I never had. Yes. Like good penmanship. Alrighty, look at you, and we are all set for Mechanox. All we need is just a picture provided by yours truly, and we're good to go. Hi, Hal. I've missed you. I haven't seen you in so long. How are you? You wanted to be angsty? We totally could. Totally could. Hi, Hal. How are you? I'm doing all right. I'm alive. Graveyard shifts at work have been killing me, but I'm streaming late at night because... Ow, I just hit myself in the dick. Ow. Snap bracelet my ass. Okay, I'm fine. Where was I? I don't know where I am. Work. Yeah, work be stupid. I hate it. It's fine though. It's pretty chill. But I haven't streamed and done anything in so long, and I'm very glad that Pickle has decided to keep plugging away and making me stay relevant while I've been out for so long. But I'm back. I will try to do my best to stay back and be cute and be jacket list, especially after office hours. Yes, very shout out to you, Pickle. She's very much my social media manager at this point. We'll be back. And today we're just doing some really nerdy shit because I'm making chat fill out a form for content. I'm basically making them fill out their W2 forms and we're gonna get together and file our taxes. No, I'm just kidding. AKA, just making some things happen for, I know, tax season, right? making people watch, like, do their taxes together. Oh my god. Alright, so Nox, when you put in your AG file, you want to make sure you add both expenses for your child support and... No, I'm kidding. Unless... Should I just be the educational VTuber that, like, teaches people shit? That's kind of funny. There's a market for that, I'm sure. Hi, I'm a VTuber, and I'm going to teach you how to, you know, be a functioning human person. I'm just kidding. I don't know what that is. Oh, yeah. It's overdue. Oh, that's true. I don't think I could teach any languages at the moment. I could. They'd be hard. What would I teach? Dutch? German? Das ist sprechen Sie Deutsch? You know, no. That doesn't sound good. Actually, well, no, it kind of does. I do accents. Let me tell you this now. I can't show off this talent anymore because I would get canceled on the spot. I know Pickle hates German, but okay. But I mean, I practice accents a lot, especially for playing D&D characters, and so like I've learned some Russian words, I've learned some German, I've learned some Spanish and Italian, mostly from Pickle. I've also learned yeah, I've learned a lot. I learned a lot of stuff. I also did French. No, I'm kidding. I know it wasn't great. Do a whole bunch of accents for D&D. It's like my funny voices time. It's all I do. I've been officially told to quiet down from friends and family, so I may turn it into an ASMR stream later. That is also planned, by the way. I'm gonna try my hands at ASMR later tonight. Not tonight. With myself? What am I doing? No, later this week. You can see my schedule later. But hell, if you're able to be around, we could also make a character sheet for you, and maybe I'll run a game for us in chat, and we can maybe play a little D&D together. How's that sound? I love text role playing. Oh yes, good thing we did post on all platforms, right? Not TikTok. It's kind of hard to do. Whoa. Gassy. Sassy gassy. Okay. Let me see here. So far, I mean, it took us a few hours to get here, but we are here, and we have 2 character sheets done, so I might have room for one more. Probably not tonight, because it is late, and I do want to try and do something else, but... Oh, that's right, we're going to go back to your lore. Let's go back to your lore for a second. We're going to go back to Pickle. Where's Pickle? Where's Dill Pickle? Where's Dill's filler Pickle? Where the hell did I... There we go. Yeah, we're here. Okay, so... Yes. So. We're just making up stories now. And Nox and Fiber, feel free to... And Nox and Hell, if you want to contribute, you absolutely can. So let me see. So what have we established so far? We want to be a gothic lizard folk exorcist that uses blood magic. There's a few options. We could go with that right off the bat. So I could do something like a let me see where you are. We could go for a more a nature idea, like a natural, like wilderness, like some sort of Dr. Quinn medicine woman kind of thing. No, what's it? Very like shaman, very Onom Shiva. Coming from a tribe, probably not. We don't have to do that. There's a sage. Maybe you've just been well practiced and learned in your years of hemocraft and blood magic and fighting spirits. And maybe you come from a haunted bog or a swamp and you just deal with undeath all the time, and you're like, you know what, fuck this. I'm gonna take this into my own hands. We're gonna figure some shit out. Also, possibility for sage. Let me see here. You could be a outlander. That's also a similar idea. Let me see. You could be spooky and be a haunted one. So the idea here would be it's loading now, but the haunted one background is basically you've been haunted. Either you have like a medium, either you're like Long Island Teresa medium, you can hear spirits, you've always been with spirits, and you're like, I need to get these fucking voices out of my head because they're telling me to do my taxes and child support. I don't have a kid, so that's definitely one way to do it. You can flavor it. You can still be in a swamp if you want to. And maybe that's the reason why you're born in the haunted swamp and they're like, fresh meat, shark bait, ooh ha ha. And they clung to you and you're like, I'm just trying to get rid of these motherfuckers. So I hate ghosts, right? Haunted swamp or the other one. Haunted, yeah, absolutely. So this would be the one. It could be both, basically. You know, you can definitely combine the two. So this would be, let's see, haunted swamp. So that's probably gonna be I would probably consider that Outlander. Outlander is basically anybody who lives like not in a city, you know, like tribal people. Outlander could definitely fit in that. Like you're a tribal person in the swamp and you're learning all this blood magic and things like that. Yeah, there we go. So as an Outlander, you'll get some extra skills too. You can choose any two that you like. I would probably suggest, in relating to spirits, probably anything with magic. So Arcana would be something good, or maybe even religion. Those two are really good, especially if you're trying to figure out like if you're like learned anything about ghosts, things like that. Yeah. So I would definitely go ahead with those two. Let me get you those two there. If you want to play a musical instrument, what can a lizard play on a musical instrument? A drum? Would you like a drum? Would you like a viol? Would you like a violin kind of thing? Would you a war gong? Do you just want to you just want to play a ceremonial war gong? Like just hold a gong and just hit it with bagpipes supporting you? Some of the things also don't exist. Gong, right? Yes. You could even say it's like, oh, it's like a ceremonial gong. You use it to make the spirits go away. A war gong sounds right. But I just with a war gong, I imagine like the orchestra style massive gongs you have to like actually pull on wheels with you. Ooh, and with this, you learn a third language. You can get an extra language for being an Outlander. Look at you. So far, you know Common, which for some reason is English. You know how to speak to devil babies and demons. And now you can choose something else. You can choose to speak with dwarves. You can choose to speak with giants. You can speak to cows. You can speak to lions. Speak to ogres. You could know German. That's Zemnian. Zemnian is just German. Let's see here. I will go ahead and give you... Let's say Goblin. Goblins are always gonna show up somewhere, and hopefully they won't kill you because you know Goblin. Alrighty. What are we gonna name this character, though? Piccolina? No. Bread and butter? Dill? Spicy? Francine Fishpaw? I mean, I like that name. What do you think? I'll give you something. Sure. Get back to me. That's alright. Alrighty. Other than that, we're set. So our party so far consists of a absolutely cracked gladiator robot and a swamp witch. The Jinx swamp witch. Did you tell everybody that I was a swamp witch? So there we go. I'm liking how it looks. Why am I back here? Okay. And so this is all of my obsession. Too many things here. But other than that, I think that'll be it for me tonight, because it is now, as Pickle knows, about to be the end of office hours. So come back tomorrow for more office hours. For Professor Alden, or not Professor Alden, to do more things. I think tomorrow we are playing Sims. We're gonna play some more Sims tomorrow. Not that we've ever played it. Just want to fuck around and do shit in Sims. And after that, I think on Friday we have an ASMR stream planned. So if you like what you hear, make sure to tune in on Friday as well. Same time. It'll be 11 p.m. for me, Pacific time. The rest of y'all better figure that out. But other than that, hope you guys had fun, and I hope you recover your account knocks. I miss you. I'll watch you more, I promise. And hell, I miss you. I'll watch you more too. And I'll post more. And okay, bye. Oh wait. And end screen. Hold on. And okay, bye. Bye, I love you. Love you. Yeah. Yes. Cause I have a fan fiction to write, and we'll talk about that another time. Maybe Pickle will just expose me, but yes. There are things that need to be written. Oh, I miss you. I'll miss you. I'll see you. I mean, I'll stream again tomorrow, same time. I'm planning on streaming tomorrow and on Friday this week. So I'll see you soon. Bye bye.